Okay, good morning. Thank you. Sorry, it's a little bit late starting. Welcome to the Education Decision Meeting. I'm Hannah Hockaday, Cabinet Member for Education. Susie, do you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Councillor Horton, Shadow Education Spokesperson.
And I'm Bev Pennicutt, Finance Manager for Children, Families and Learning.
Lisa Gallagher, Democratic Services.
Thank you. So just for housekeeping, if the fire alarm continues, please evacuate the room and public gallery by the stairwells. Do not attempt to use the lift and assemble at the Queen Victoria statue in front of the civic offices. And I need to draw everyone's attention to the fact that the meeting is being live streamed from the camera at a fixed location at the back of the room and will be on the council's website. Members of the public are also permitted to record the meeting on the understanding that it doesn't disrupt the meeting, nor record those stating explicitly they do not wish to be recorded. Okay, so we're just here today to go through the schools revenue funding arrangements and Dedicated Schools grant. Do you want to just present the report to us? Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. So the purpose of this morning's report is to ask for your approval for the proposed changes to the schools funding formula for 18-19 and to approve the pro forma which we have now submitted to DFE, but they know that it hasn't yet been approved, and also to endorse the amount of growth fund available for schools in 18-19. So you've already received many reports on this subject, and we met on the 15th of January and proposed a formula to you. Unfortunately, that was directly after the DFE had issued a revised data set, which, because previously they had included children with free school meals, even though they shouldn't have been eligible for free school meals, this had the effect of releasing a further £59,400 into the available funding. And you asked that, you requested that the Schools Forum should be asked what would be their proposed or their preferred option. So on the 17th of January, we went to Schools Forum and we presented Schools Forum with three options of what we should do with this additional funding. The first was to maintain the proposed formula that we'd already shown them and shown you. That would leave a growth and put the additional 59,400 into the growth fund, which would increase our proposed growth fund to 402,000. The second option was to use the release funding to increase the least deprived EDACI bands by for band E to increase by £12 and band F to increase by £20, which actually would be £220. That would have the effect of moving the formula for primary schools particularly towards the national funding formula. The other option was to use the release funding to increase primary free school meals factor, which would increase towards the NFF, but actually that would have the effect of giving further protection to our most deprived schools who already get more than the NFF factors in the most deprived bands of EDACI. Schools Forum considered that and they decided to endorse option 2, which was to increase bands E and F by the amounts shown. Subsequent to that Schools Forum, DFE have advised us that they have approved our disapplication request for Charter Academy, which has released a further £6,000 into the available funding. So in line with the Schools Forum's preferred option, we're proposing to increase band F from 0 to 20, which is what Schools Forum approved, and then now an extra £2 to £22 per unit. And band E, which was originally £140, we moved it up to £152, and now is £153.50 per unit. So that is our proposal.
Okay. Susie, did you have anything that you wanted to add at all? No? Okay. Well, thank you for that. I know it has been a bit tricky going backwards and forwards, but from the Schools Forum meeting, I'm happy to endorse the changes and to approve that. So is that A, B and C that we need to approve, Lisa? Yes. Yeah. So I'm more than happy to approve A, B and C under number 2. And 3, the background and mainstream school revenue funding formula changes. Is that another item? Oh, okay, perfect. Excellent, okay. Yeah, I'm more than happy to approve that. Yeah.
Just saying now it's approved. I was just to say that obviously being at the schools forum and part of the listening into the conversations, I just think I just want to reinforce that it is a really good decision, because I think the feeling was that if there was any extra money, it needs to be out there rather than kept back, and I think that's the best solution. So just
Thank you. Yep, I completely echo what you say there, Susie. So thank you, and thank you for all the work that Finance have done on this as well. Okay, that brings the meeting to an end today. Thank you.